Hello everybody, this is emmavoid here once again with another episode of my Paradise Killer Let's Play. Last we left off, a lot of stuff happened. I don't know, we investigated where What's-His-Face first got demon possessed and etc, etc. But anywho, I've got a lot of blood crystals, I've noticed, so I decided we'd come back and talk to Crimson Acid some more. Maybe ask any pertinent questions. So, Crimson. Also, do we have any other starter upgrades? Oh, just skins.
Thank you.
Meh. Alright. Info. So... Second Holy Seal. How the heck do we get through it? What do you know about the Second Holy Seal? One of the secrets I've never been able to get my hands on. Oh. Fine. Rude. Alright, Alright, I guess what we'll go for though then is everybody's motives. Why would Akiko kill the council?
Business is business.
Secrets aren't free. Yeah. Deal.
Business is booming.
Good crystals, minimum imperfections.
Thank you.
Akiko is a soldier through and through. She's also their leader. They're the only family she's ever wanted.
Business is business.
The marshals aren't syndicate though. They're citizens. A security measure by Montserrat. They don't have our immortality and they don't get moved between islands.
Got it.
That makes them expendable too. Precisely.
My way.
Akiko has endured a millennia of sadness watching her troops die or get left behind. She wants them in the Syndicate. Get them gene therapied up and create a battalion of immortal soldiers. End her heartache. She has motioned to the Syndicate to try and get her marshals inducted. Been refused every time. She's hurting and she's angry.
That's strange.
What does she get from murdering the council? She wouldn't be promoted to a position where she can change the rules and keep her marshals alive between islands. She'd use the murder to scare the new council. The untouchables became touched by the hand of death. She can argue for increased militarization on the next island, scapegoated on a citizen, and panic the next council into creating martial law with troops inducted into the syndicate. Aha! We've had somebody else mention that too.
Sure.
Use loyal troops rather than expendable troops. Precisely. Montserrat was always scared of immortal soldiers having dangerous thoughts and leading a coup.
Don't be coy.
If Akiko did this, she proves that the threat isn't from the marshals.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Got any proof? Sure do. I pulled this from the Moon database. You never know when something like this will come in useful. Ah. Let's see, details. Motion table to the council. Grand Marshal Akiko 14 formally requested the God Justice Marshals are inducted into the syndicate. Motion declined by unanimous votes. See also all these other motions. Cool. Lady, here's more. I haven't got proof, so I'm not charging you for what I'm about to say. Akiko falls in love with her troops. That's why she hurts so much. She's had a string of relationships throughout the islands.
What the hell?
Is there someone special on this island? Captain Voth. He's the highest ranking marshal under Akiko. Ah. The highest ranking marshals are chosen to guard the council during the birth of a new island.
That's strange.
So he was murdered last night. Looks that way. So if her lovers are dying when the island ends, her motive is to kill the council to push her agenda through, get her marshals into the syndicate, and make them immortal.
Sure.
That's a pretty big bet to make.
Who knows?
I agree. Something doesn't add up. It's because he wasn't the one, or one of the ones guarding. She replaced him with, prisoners.
The investigator is here.
I'm not convinced Voth died last night. There you go. Don't tease, lady. That sounds like a secret. Don't secrets have costs?
Breathe mystery.
I'll refund you for our earlier transaction. I'm not sure I trust Crimson, though. but... okay. It's a deal. Taking my first steps into the secret trading industry.
Thank you.
Pleasure doing business.
Ah,
The dead marshals outside the council building aren't marshals. The blood doesn't
What
match.
do you mean?
So where are the real marshals? Working on it. If you want to enter the Viper's Nest, you could try the barracks. If I was a marshal looking to lay low, I'd be in there. They don't let anyone in.
sure.
Akiko removed 2 prisoners from the barracks a couple of days ago. I think you're onto something. That I am. Alright. Let's figure out some more motives. Why would Carmelina want to kill the council?
Good work.
You know this costs, right? Yeah. A pleasure doing business. Carmelina isn't allowed on the council. The Silence family were barred from ever being on the council. You remember her father's crime, right? Romeo's fall from grace.
Got it.
He was deceived by cosmic deceit. Bingo. Cosmic deceit deceived him with promises of power. Standard stuff. Cosmic deceit wanted Romeo to sacrifice crying grudge in a ritual. And that would give Cosmic deceit enough power to resurrect.
Secrets are dangerous.
Resurrecting the gods is our mission, but not at the expense of deceptions and sacrificing other
Don't
gods.
be coy.
Romeo was stopped before he could go through with it. His punishment was execution, and the rest of his family being barred from a council seat for eternity. Aha. The ruling still stands. Carmelina is on the throne right now. Judge thinks they made the right call. It's a temporary situation. She's the highest rank outside of the council, and we're about to move to a new perfect island that Carmelina designed. This transition to our eternal home needs to go right, and she's best placed to get us through it. Has Carmelina protested the ruling in the past? She's submitted motions to have the ruling overturned and to get on the council. All have been denied, though. We already knew that, though. Can I see these motions? Of course. I pulled them from the Moon database. Let's see. Motion table council. Requests seat on council in light of continued work and benefit the syndicate. Acknowledges crime of her father. Humbly asks council to reconsider. Motion declined. I'll give you a little extra for free. I don't know if this helps with anything, though. Hit me. About 25 years ago, Carmelina went into isolation for a year. No one saw her. Any idea why?
B.
She said it was for work. She had a new project and didn't want to be disturbed. Nothing ever came of it, though. We were never shown the fruits of her labor.
The investigator is...
Why do you think this matters? You know when you get a bad feeling and it festers? Maybe I just needed to say it out loud. Maybe it means something. I'll see what I find. Alright. Why would Lydia and Sam do it? What do you know about Lydia and Sam? I know that it will cost you. Yeah. I know about their last job.
Nanny the hell?
What last job? Back in the day, Lydia told you that after she met Sam, they left the world of assassination for good, right? It isn't that easy. Once you're in that world, you are bound to it until you fulfill all of your duties.
Thank you.
An assassin is the most effective tool in the world. All tools have owners. In order to leave their old life behind, Lydia's former master had to do one last job.
Weird.
Had her do. She had to destabilize a government in Europe. Several dead officials allowed for a regime change. Why didn't she tell me this? We've been friends for millennia. She's ashamed. They vowed to end the killing. Sam helped her do the job. They were in it together. It's not as romantic as the story they told everyone, is
Don't
it?
be coy.
Always be suspicious of romantic stories, lady. Life doesn't work like that.
I don't like this.
Is this what the council murder is? A regime change? Who can say? Was it revenge, a crime of passion, a regime change? You've got some investigating to do. Yeah. Alright. Why would Doomjazz kill the council?
Nice doing business with you.
Got the cash to pay for a secret? This is a big one. The Syndicate's origins aren't what they seem.
Good
Oh yeah,
work.
sure. He knows the original secrets. Before the first island, during the Great Betrayal, Montserrat made a mistake that got Doomjazz's father killed. This was before you joined up with the Syndicates. He was our original military general, a legendary soldier. I'd always heard rumors about him before I joined the Syndicate. There weren't many humans the gods feared, but he was one of them. When the Syndicate fled to the first island, Montserrat made a stupid call to investigate a tomb that was supposed to contain a heavenly weapon.
I have my way.
He was wrong. There was nothing there. Doomjazz's father attempted to hold off the pursuing armies during Montserrat's folly. It was too much. Our pursuers broke through and killed half of the Syndicate before we got away.
Secrets breed mysteries.
The incident was struck from history, but some of the existing council members know about it. Ice Kiwami likes to talk when he's had a drink, and Doomjazz was his closest friend. He let the secret slip. Aha. Ice Kiwami had some skeletons in his closet. He got found out. The next island was going to be a bad time for him. He took his own life a few years ago.
I don't like this.
It's rare for Syndicate members to take their own life. Unheard of for council members. A secret for another time. Nah, sneaky. Alright, how about this photo? Why does Doomjazz have a photo of Akiko?
Business is business.
Gotta pay. Yeah. He was in a relationship. He still loves her. Pfft. Okay. It didn't work out. She can't relate to people who aren't soldiers, and he can't keep his dick in his pants. Pfft. Oof. Personal experience. You're one to talk.
That's weird.
Why does that give him motive for the council murder? The original secrets.
Who knows?
Montserrat was planning on doing a similar operation that got Doomjazz's father killed. A suicide mission for Akiko. Doomjazz found out. So he'd kill the council to protect her. Wouldn't you kill a bureaucrat to save the person you love? Do you know why Witness would want to kill the
Good
council?
work.
Let's see your crystal. Yeah. I know Witness was growing to despise Montserrat. Montserrat was tightening his grip on us all. Montserrat was giving into paranoia, worried about his precious perfect island.
We're in a dark time.
History was repeating. The island was shrouded in fear. We'd all grown complacent and happy in our freedoms. Montserrat had always been building towards a perfect island and a perfect syndicate. As you know, the syndicate was formed with the goal of resurrecting our gods. 24 islands, and we weren't doing a good job. Almost all of the pyramids out in the ocean sit empty. Montserrat didn't care though. He decided that was step 2. And step 1 was the syndicate. Our efforts have always been divided between resurrecting the gods and improving the islands. If Montserrat could make the syndicate perfect, we could give our full attention to the gods. Why wouldn't the Witness want to go along with that? You've been gone a while. Montserrat changed. So did Witness. Witness didn't trust Montserrat at all.
Sure.
Has Witness been deceived by a god? Not that I'm aware of. I've never had that suspicion. I think this is just some self-radicalization.
Thank you.
He slipped further and further into worship and fear of the astral masters. You don't need to be deceived into being a servant when you've got a healthy dose of the end times fear in you.
What the hell?
So Witness murders the council to put the fear of the gods into them and refocus the syndicate on our holy mission. I'm not saying that's what happened, but if you want to pin a motive on Witness, it's what I'd go with. Yeah. Witness believes we're heading for the end times.
That's...
How can we have end times if our gods are dead or dormant? Only a handful of gods came to Earth. The rest of them are out there. The gods are self-serving morons. They've never looked out for their own kind. Take it up with Witness. I have no time for religious debates. Yeah. Oh right, we found out that One Last Kiss was what's her name? Henry's mom. No, not mom. No. The woman Henry killed. That's right. Besides his mom. Alright. Witness's alibi. Did you see a witness last night? I heard Carmelina went to visit him last night. You should speak to her. I already did. And I don't really need to get a phone number traced from you because I already did it myself, so... Hey, what do you know about KHX? Because, I got some info. I found a tuft of your hair in KHX's workshop. And...
Is this a fact?
that puts you at the scene of a disappearance. Come on, lady, you know that doesn't prove anything. We need to talk, Acid.
That's strange.
You never call me Acid.
Crime cannot
Why was
be-
KHX accusing you of stealing the key to the second holy seal?
Who knows?
Shit. Oh! I forgot about that part. I'm really glad that Lady Lovedeye is remembered.
Is this a fact?
This makes you a prime suspect. Spill it.
What do you mean?
I promise I didn't kill the council. I need you to know
I have
that.
a bad feeling about this.
Get on with it. The holy seals are the holy grails of secret hunters. They're so locked down and under wraps. I was losing sleep each night thinking about them. I knew KHX designed the second seal, so I started talking to him. I also knew he was obsessed with me.
Ooh, the investigators-
Obsessed?
We're in a dark time.
More than I expected. I thought he was just horny for me. But he'd got it into his head that if we achieved perfection on the next island, he'd ascend to heaven.
The facts and the truth.
His
are not
diary
the same.
called you his queen in the astral heaven. Good snooping, lady. Since I'm blessed by the gods, he coveted me as a trophy queen.
Honey,
The guy was out of his mind.
That's it.
You keep using the past
I
tense.
have my way.
I'm not stupid. If the council got on the bad side of a killer and the person who designed part of their security is missing, he's either dead or might as well be.
Crime is repulsive.
Did you do it?
Doesn't add up.
Please. Even if he was going to squeal to Montserrat. I talked him down. I strung him along in a relationship. I could persuade him to do almost anything. Except give you the secret to the second holy seal. There was a data key he guarded. I took it and made a copy. How did you copy it?
Business is business.
You ask a lot of questions. Someone in Masahiro Heavy Industries owed me a favor. That favor was an hour in one of their high-end computer labs. It turned out to be a heavily encrypted digital key on a flash drive. I put the key back in his workshop, apologized profusely, and did something to take his mind off it.
Sure.
Did you use the key?
Me.
No. I know where and how, though. The obelisk is on the beach. The key works on
That's
them.
it.
And that's the second seal secret.
Don't be coy.
No, there's more, but I don't know what. Why didn't you use the key?
Your truth.
Bad vibes, lady. I could feel it in the air. Things were happening on the island.
Crime is repulsive.
This still makes you a suspect, Crimson. I know. Aw. Alright. I kinda get the feeling that she's telling the truth there. Alright. See, I know you don't know who killed the Holy Seal Marshals. Murder of Grace Bloodlines, though. That might be helpful. Do you know anything about One Last Kiss? Is that her name? She's good at hiding herself, but I've seen her.
Ah,
Do you know who she is? I figure some kind of spirit. I don't know who she was in her former life, though. What do you know about the murder of Grace Bloodlines? Ah, that makes sense. I have got something good. Are you buying? Yeah, sure. Oh, nice crystals. Do you think it's strange that Carmelina went to the exorcism?
got it.
Seems like a dangerous situation for the architect. Very. There was a reason, though. Some syndicate members use encryption in messages to each other. There's a lot of politics and scheming on the islands, after all.
Don't be coy.
I monitor any communications that I can. The network traffic is mostly boring, but sometimes someone forgets to encrypt something. While Carmelina was heading to Henry's apartment with Grace, she messaged Akiko and told her to step out of the room while Grace was doing the exorcism. Her so-called lapse in procedure was planned. I'm sure it was, lady. Sounds like a plot to
I
me.
have a bad feeling
My
about
work is
this.
never done.
Sure.
Have you got a copy of this message? Uh-huh. They realized the mistake and scrubbed their phones afterwards, so don't expect them to be able to confirm this with their phones. Ah. Leave her alone with him. Oof. Besides, it was 10 years ago. Everyone got a Masahiro upgrade since then. Alright. Let's see, do I want to ask about anybody's alibis? The possession, the escape? No. Let's hang out for a minute, though. Got time for a chat, Crimson? What are you planning to do with your amassed wealth? If trade is good, you're carrying a lot of blood crystals. A quiet life. That's why I'm down here, away from the tower. Not the greatest fan of people. Having a big chunk of change allows you to live your life in peace. How misanthropic. Are you sure that's healthy? Thank you, lady. Have you tried that new beer I'm on the can of? It's good. I bought a can. Last one on the island. There's a competition to win a date with me with a winning ring pull. Anyone win?
Good work.
I'll let you into a little secret. There are no winning ring pulls. I know certain things about the Dead Nebula Company. I told the CEO that I know these things, and she made the winning ring pull disappear. I'm not a prize to be passed around.
Sorry.
I dread to think what your file on me looks
I
like.
have my way.
I know all sorts, but there's always more to learn. Maybe you can learn more about me one day.
Thank you.
Don't be a tease. Be seeing you, lady. I appreciate that you can flirt with characters. May your journey be endless, and may you reach the moon. There's something I can interact with. Oh. Not what I was hoping for. Oh. Hey, hold up. I'm not sure I've been here before. Yep, I definitely haven't been here before. Oh, now I'm excited. Oh, also, look, a save point. Okay, now, excited. Stuff! What's this? Island Sequence 19, when you sat with me and looked at the moon. And what have we got here? What are you? Oh look, he's taking pictures of me. There we go. And this nightmare computer controls the obelisks on the beach. There's an activation command. Activating obelisk star map. Done. The answer to the second holy seal is revealed. Nice! Go to space, use the answer, see the cosmos, fear the cosmos, lust after the cosmos, embrace the cosmos, scream at the cosmos, put a gun to your head and cry at the cosmos. Oof.
The investigator is here.
I would have expected KHX to massage that text a bit before he released version 1.0. These obelisks hold the secret to getting through the second holy seal. Normally this requires a data key. KHX crafted the obelisks and the data encryption, a man of many talents. Inserting the data key handshakes with the computer and allows the user to activate the obelisks. Good job, Starlight could break into it. The logs show this was accessed recently by someone else.
That's weird.
Yuri. What was he doing
Sure.
here? He connected a key and activated the obelisks. Well, now we know who had the key. There's something else here as
What
well.
the hell?
A remote key. Ah, and that's that other key we heard about. An unknown device wirelessly connected to the machine, and the key was input remotely 2 days ago. From where, though? It would need to be someone with a line of sight to this device. Whoever remotely accessed it would need to be able to see the obelisks. Somewhere near here will have a line of sight. Maybe up on the cliff behind me. Oh, unless I'm mistaken. The obelisk should tell me something at least. Oh, no, here we go. Yeah, it does connect. It was Lydia. We already know it was Lydia. Hey, boop. Oh, that's pretty cool. It looks like this is showing me a code. The symbols are... bull, bird, snake, scholar. I've seen these symbols before when I put on my space helmet. I should go back there and try again. The horrifying depths of space can wait. Yeah, I'd like to go back there now. Here we go. Bull, bird, snake, scholar. And that's it. It must have unlocked something. This was designed to safeguard against random attempts to crack the code. Was Shinji right? Did the demon-possessing Henry feel its way through? One last kiss was our exorcist. She might be able to help. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I could have just, like, you know, brute forced it, but whatever. It's fine. Let's find out what the third one is. Because I spent all this time and I have no idea. Council building. No longer in space. Oh. And this isn't going to do anything. The third holy seal. It looks like a blood lock. Starlight can take a look.
Got it.
A blood lock coded to council blood. To get through this, you need to have the blood of one of the council members in you. Or, presumably, a sample to trick the lock with. Whose blood logged in through here? All of the council, expected. This lock has hardly been used since the start of the island. There's only a few instances of logins over the centuries. Every time the lock has been opened, it's been as a group. The entire council, no exceptions, except recently. There are two anomalies here.
That's weird.
There's an unknown blood sample that logged in last night after all of the council had entered meditation. Starlight doesn't recognize it. An unknown individual with council blood came through the lock last night while the council were meditating. How do we have an unknown suspect with council blood? Who else entered the hallowed ground?
What the hell?
Henry's blood was used on this lock last night. Does that put him at the scene? Henry's father was Aiz Kiwami, a council member. That gives him the council blood he'd need to open this blood lock. And one of the council logged in 2 days ago, stayed for a few minutes and left. Kafka Memory. What was he doing here without the rest of the council? The blood chiller Sam had in his hidden distillery had a blood sample bottle with the letter K on it. The bottle was scrubbed clean, but it could very well be Kafka Memory's blood. If it was, that means Sam used it 2 days ago to open this blood lock. Was he setting up the crime? I need to check with Doom Jazz. Maybe a sample is missing. Alright. Who opened the third seal? Bloodlock coated the blood of the council members. So do I want to know what would happen if I tried to just, like, walk through?
That's strange.
I guess this is the fourth... Oh. Oh no, Wait, the door's already open? I guess this is the fourth holy seal.
Investigator.
What's the deal? There's a data port. Starlight might find something. Dataport OS, indicate the Syndicate OS Black Planet version, interfacing, handshaking, authenticating. To deactivate a fourth holy seal barrier, please become godlike.
Nanny, the hell?
Barrier? The barrier is freaking out. Become godlike. Please present godliness to bioscanner.
That's weird.
It's checking to see if someone is biologically godlike. Error. Uh-oh. Fourth Holy Seal is non-responsive. System has suffered a critical failure. Please reboot system. Leader Montserrat authorization required. Ooh.
That's weird.
The Fourth Holy Seal is toast. Well, whatever happened last night did a number on it.
Sure.
People have been using Crying Grudge's flesh to pass through the barrier. Did Henry's demon really manage to get through this? Okay, so for one thing, I wasn't expecting the third seal to already be open. I thought it would have been closed after everything. And I was expecting to be able to make it through the fourth seal, but oh. I can I? Huh.
That's strange. Got it. What the hell? What the hell? That's strange. Ooh, the investigator is here.
Okay, well, I'm able to get through at least, so... And here we go. Yep, they're definitely dead. Pink petals, just like the ones downstairs. Does this put Yuri at the scene? He wears a hat with pink petals. This won't hold up in the trials without anything to back it up. Yep. That's a lot of dead folks, alright. Alright. One at a time. Counselor Mackin Origin. Cause of death is a slash across the throat. May the silent goat walk with you all in the cosmic heavens. Everyone has been sliced up with a blade. The lacerations are all clean.
Sure.
They were done with a sharp, perfect blade.
I have a bad feeling about
They
this.
don't have any skin cells under their fingers. They were killed before they knew what was happening. The cuts matched the blade Henry was allegedly found with and took from Akiko. Okay, next. Well, actually, let's save you for last. Counselor Leon Disaster. Cause of death appears to be a blade taking off the front of his scalp, slicing through his brain. Oh, may the silent goat walk with you in all of the cosmic heavens. Counselor Fine Stranger. Cause of death is nearly being decapitated by a laceration across his throat. May the silent goat walk with you. Ah, this place is full of a lot of blood. Huh. Hey, hold on. That looks familiar. I'll check on you in a minute. Counselor Pandora 2. Cause of death is a horizontal slash across the stomach, which emptied her of her organs. High Priestess and Counselor Gabriella Devotion. Cause of death is a deep laceration through the abdomen. Counselor Lunatic Pope. Missing several fingers, which suggests he tried to defend himself from an attack with a blade. Cause of death is a deep horizontal cut through his head. Counselor Kafka Memory. Cause of death is a vertical laceration from his groin to ribcage. Most of his organs have spilled out. Hello, Montserrat. Leader Montserrat. Cause of death is a sliced windpipe and artery. There's a gun lying next to him. There's a strange pendant around his neck. That pendant would be the one that he uses to get in here, I'm guessing.
Sure.
There's a strange blood spray here. It doesn't match any of the council members. The spray is from a bullet exiting the body. Oh, somebody
Don't
got
test
shot.
me.
The bullet is lodged in the wall. It's a Fukada round. There's a gun lying next to Leader Montserrat. It's been fired twice. It's an old weapon that uses Fukada rounds.
Sure.
The blood sample isn't in the database, but there's a hit on some of the DNA. What the hell?
Test me.
This blood has Carmelina's DNA. Oh. It's not her blood, but it could be her offspring. Does she have a child? If I go to her without any more evidence, I'll rattle her and get nothing out of her. If she does have a secret child, they'll be somewhere on the island. Yuri, maybe. Maybe? Oh, man. So, wow, this is a whole thing. Hi, Demon Face. I didn't expect to find a dead killer demon inside the council's penthouse. It's been shot in the head, and the bullet is stuck in the skull. It's a Fukata round, a high-powered bullet. There's a gun lying next to Leader Montserrat's. Hellish claws on its arms, like knives. They're perfect as well. The claws are covered in blood. Starlight can run the blood.
The investigator is here.
Several council members. The council were all killed with a perfect blade. This thing's claws could have done it. What the hell is this thing doing here? Does this have anything to do with Henry? He let the demons onto the island. No, I don't think it does.
The investigator is here.
Shinji is on the island, so the marshals definitely didn't catch them all. If the marshals missed Shinji, did they miss this killer demon too? This crate is bizarre. It looks like it was hidden in this chest.
That's weird.
Did someone bring it in here and hide it as a trap? It looks like the containment crate burst open, smashing open the closet. The chest. If you could get a killer demon in here and find a way to release it at the right time, it would make a hands-free murder weapon. There are a number of restraints inside. Inside is covered with claw marks. The restraints have sacred wards on them. Those are used to subjugate demons. Is this where the killer demon came from? The claw marks match. If the killer demon came from this crate, it didn't kill the marshals downstairs. If the killer demon got here via this containment crate, it means it didn't go through the holy seals. Someone brought it through the seals and left it here. Someone planted a trap. When the council were vulnerable, someone released a psycho killer demon to attack them. Were they assuming no one would get into the crime scene afterwards, though? The crate leaves a trail of evidence.
The investigator.
Didn't matter, though. Is the presence of the killer demon enough to complete the plan? Or did they assume that the seals would never be opened again? They assumed I wouldn't be on the island investigating. Bad call. Starlight is detecting dead zone residue from the crates. This crate must have come from the demonology bunker in the dead zone. There were more there. That there were.
The investigator is here.
This crate has a remote receiver on the lock. Someone could have remotely activated it to open it. This receiver has the same number as the one Witness dialed at midnight last night. Aha! Ahaha! Witness opened a crate containing a killer demon remotely in the council penthouse. Holy shit! Well then. Island population, dead killer demon. I mean, technically, I guess? So. I think we've pretty much got it figured out then. But I definitely do want to, be sure to check everything. Basically, I'm certain that there is more than just the one killer. And I want to know everyone who was involved. Also, hey look! The helmets the council used to traverse the second seal. Not as much info as I thought there might be though. Okay, well. Definitely glad we managed to get in here. Time to, oh, hello. This blood trail leads away from the council penthouse. Whose blood is it? No match to any council members that were in here last night. There's a trace of I's Kiwami blood. He took his own life years ago,
The
though.
investigator is
Doesn't
here.
match Henry's blood. He doesn't have a massive wound on him anyway. No matches. Someone else was here last night. Ah. So sounds to me,
Strange.
why does his blood just end at the wall? The wall's normal, no sign of a secret entrance or anything. This just gets weirder. So, Eyes and the architect had a kid? But then... Well, I don't think they would have gone yeah, I don't think they went, like, through the wall. Probably. Kinda looks like they might have, like, slumped against it and then sort of just collapsed. But then what? So, we kinda sort of know who done it. But there's definitely still more information we need to get. So, there he is. Oh, also, hey, look. Soda machine. What you got? Indefinable Spectrum. A popular chilled canned coffee, a blend of different flavors made to satisfy any coffee lover. Neat. Hey Yuri, how's it going? Don't mind me, I'm just taking a peek around. Alright. So hey, hi. Secretary to the architect. You're the famous investigation freak. I don't believe we've ever met before. Secretary to the architect and the fairy woman's handler. Born in the marble chambers on Island Sequence 15 under the sign of Dire Rose, Yuri is new to the syndicate, has quickly risen through the ranks. I can't believe in our darkest hour that Judge called on you.
Thank you.
You're a charmer. I'm not here to make friends, freak. Evidently. I don't like sarcasm, freak.
Sure.
I understand you're secretary to architect Carmelina and Lydia's handler during the fairy woman duties.
You've got nothing on me.
Did you manage to deduce that? I think I'm making a few other deductions about you as it happens. What might those
I'm
be?
glad to be back.
I was raised better than that. Don't put too much faith in how you were raised, freak. It can hold you back.
Got it.
You broke free, did you?
Worthless.
My parents were cowards. I'm not. It's not a big mystery to solve.
Do you want?
Let's get to business. What do you want,
Is
freak?
this a fact or a truth?
You know, the only other people who've been calling us freak since we've been here were the what are they called? Military people, the guards. Anyhow, no mention of grieving for a loss.
Business easy to
Grieving is a sign of weakness.
insufferable.
I said let's get to business. Stop dragging this out. Alright. Do you believe Henry did this?
Insufferable.
What an insufferable question. Of course he did it. The Grand Marshal has him in
What
custody.
the hell?
No suspicions of anyone
Don't
else.
be snide with me.
The islands are full of schemers, you know that. Want to drop anyone in it, Yuri? Dish the dirt on someone? What?
Who?
Who's got a motive to kill the council, Yuri?
Worthless.
The killer is in a cell waiting to be executed. Let's say he isn't the killer. He is. It's a thought experiment, Yuri. Play along. If Henry didn't kill the council, who else has motive?
Nonsense.
Fine, I'll play along. You should investigate
What
Crimson.
the hell?
You gave that name up pretty easily.
Insufferable.
I've had my suspicions for a while.
Why?
Why?
Don't be naive.
Something sits wrong with her. Why did she get blessed? What would stop her wanting more power now that she's blessed? She's too smug.
That's strange.
That seems tenuous.
Investigation.
You're the investigation freak. Investigate. Sounds familiar too. Enchanted Blue is secured by god hunters in the real world. She's in the pyramids hidden in the caverns in the Sahara. The Syndicate exists to resurrect the gods. How can we sit idly by when a goddess is in the hands of the enemy?
Sure.
Retrieving her would be a suicide mission. You're familiar with deception by gods, right? Like you, the disgraced freak. I haven't been deceived. That's a crime. Future counselors can't commit crimes, can we? Future counselor, huh? How did you go through such a big transformation? Enchanted Blue blesses those she deceives with physical perfection. You're saying I'm perfect, freak. You like what you see.
I don't like
I'm not into little boys. Bah, you're a joke, freak. You're going to fail and go back to exile if you keep focusing on everyone except the killer.
Don't test me.
What if you're the killer? Is this the brilliance of your investigation technique? Just ask rhetorical questions and hope someone confesses?
What are you talking about?
Judge made a mistake bringing you back.
Where?
Where were you last night? I was directing the fairy woman all night. Doubt it. From where? Here in the celebratory gardens. You often work in the gardens. My work last night didn't require a desk, and the gardens are beautiful when an island is ending. Any proof? No, freak. The gardens aren't covered by logs, unlike the HQ. He knows about the HQ being covered by logs.
Crime cannot.
Give me your phone, Yuri.
What?
The
What?
investigator is
I need to
here.
verify your location last night. You would have been making calls with it if you were directing Lydia.
No.
I'm under no obligation to give you my phone. I have important work to do with it.
Sorry.
I'm sorry to interrupt your work.
Worthless.
You should be. I'll get it back to you quickly. I need to confirm your alibi.
Insufferable.
Fine, whatever. That wasn't so hard, was it? Just do what you need to do and bring it back.
Glad to be back.
I just need to use the comms tower to verify the location of any calls made from this phone. Then you can have it back after the trial. Were you outside the council penthouse last night, Yuri?
Nonsense.
Of course I wasn't, a freak. I found pink petals which I suspect are from your hat outside the penthouse. I doubt that. So, for the record, this is a complete denial. Yes, freak. It is. It won't stand up in court anyway. We'll see. Alright, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and ask pretty much everything of him, since we don't gotta, like, pay him money or anything. What do you know about KHX's disappearance? He hasn't been seen for a couple days, probably sleeping off a hangover. He was one of your old drinking crew, wasn't he? Isn't a missing syndicate member something of concern for one of the people responsible for getting the syndicate off the island?
No.
I can only work with what I have. If he doesn't want to be picked up by the fairy woman, I can't help it. He's his own man.
Strange.
No concern or empathy?
Pathetic.
What do you want from me? I can't care about everybody. It's exhausting. Tell me about Crimson,
Insufferable.
the traitorous idol.
That's weird.
Traitorous? She peddles her secrets and destabilizes the syndicate.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
You're worried she's got something on you?
Don't make me laugh.
Has she got a motive for killing the council? She has her own secrets. I'm sure she isn't happy about people knowing.
How dare you?
She wants to play soldiers again. She won't accept her new role and wants to run around with a sword and gun fighting demons. If the next island is perfect, there won't be any more demonic invasions. I think she's trying to destabilize the island so she can have another go at playing soldier. Unlikely. You're sure this isn't just about her blessing? What about
Got
it?
it.
You're jealous.
Worthless.
Your deductive skills have let you down, freak.
Sure.
I don't think they have. It's interesting to be talking to it with him about all this stuff after I've already kind of figured out that he's involved. Your job is to direct Lydia when she moves us to the next island, right?
Don't be snide with me.
What do you want now?
Oh.
What did you direct her to do right before the council murder? I asked her to take her husband Sam off the island. The end of island party was over and his bar could be shut down. What time was this? About 23:40, I think. What do you know about the second holy seal? We don't know about the seals, freak. That's the point. Yuri, let's rap for a second.
Business easy to
Rap?
Rhyme
You
cannot
put a key in the
rhyme.
nightmare computer connected to the obelisks on the beach and activated them. What are you talking about?
Love dies.
You did.
All that
I've got the
remains
logs.
are the facts.
Don't worry, someone else accessed them, but they were more intelligent than you and used a wireless access
I
device.
will be on the next council.
More intelligent? The insects on this island can barely tie their shoelaces, let alone figure out the symbols on the obelisks in space. Wow, dude, Thanks, Yuri. For what? You just told me about the symbols on the obelisks, which I didn't ask about, and you'd only know about it if you and you'd only know about if you used them. Where did you get the key from to access the obelisks?
Worthless.
I have no idea what you're talking about, freak. Aw, don't hold out on me, Yuri. I know you know the secret of the second seal. I have nothing else to say. Now he's afraid he's gonna slip up again. Ever worn a space helmet, Yuri? Why would I wear a space helmet? To get through the second seal. Never been through it, freak.
Paradise feels
A space
wrong.
helmet was discovered surrounded by pink petals that look like they came from your hat. That is the most tenuous thing I've ever heard, freak. You're grasping at straws. Yeah, no, I know you were there. What's he know about Henry's library visits? Or Henry and from his library visits? Blah 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 blah. Have you ever visited the library vaults? From time to time. For work or personal use?
Sufferable.
What does it matter? I'm chasing some leads. That vault contains forbidden texts about demonology. A demon is purported to have possessed a citizen and murdered the council.
Got nothing on me.
It also contains other books. I am the architect's secretary. She occasionally requires records and texts for her work. So you didn't take books on demonology?
Don't be snide with
Do the words demonology and architecture sound the same to you, freak? Did you see the Grand Marshal last night?
Don't know me.
Didn't see her, freak. Did you see Crimson last night?
Don't make me laugh.
I knew she was ready for pickup, but I left her until the end. She hates it here, and I had the power to make her wait a little longer, so I did. Did you see the doctor last night? He said he was in his clinic. Ask him, not me. Is there anything else you can tell me about Henry's movement last night?
Worthless.
Seriously, do I need to hold your hand? Go and speak to the Grand Marshal. Did you see Witness to the End last night? I am aware the architect planned to visit him last night. You can check with her. How do you know?
Don't make me
I'm the architect's assistant. I arrange her appointments and make sure that she can carry out her work without being obstructed by anyone else on this island. Do you know anything about the murder of the martial guards outside of the council building? I don't know anything, investigator. I wasn't there. Lies. And what do you know about the escape last night? What would I know? What do you know about the Fourth Holy Seal? You mean the Holy Seal that Henry got through and then killed the council? Yes, that one.
business is
Who cares?
yours.
That monster killed them. Let's get the show on the road. What do you know about the murder of Grace Bloodlines? Absolutely nothing, investigator. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? Of course not. They're a mystery. Stop wasting time. Know anything about demons on the island? The marshals killed them all.
Business is
They should have killed Henry while they were at it. May you see through a million eyes, and may you reach the moon. Oh yeah, no, you were totally involved. But who are we gonna check with next is the question. Oh, first off. Oh, never unlocked the save point. Alright. Hey, would you look what it is? I'll talk with you in a moment, buddy. Tire tracks. This cliff overlooks the obelisks and the nightmare computer. Lydia is the only one on the island with a car. Yep. Looks like this is where the remote access into the obelisk terminal was from. A nice clear line of sight. Looks like Lydia found a spot up here 2 days ago and accessed the nightmare computer that holds the seal to the second holy seal. Maybe the crime last night was set up in advance. Lydia, 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 I expected better.
Sure.
There's a sketch of something in the dirt.
I have a bad feeling about this.
It's been scrubbed out in a hurry. Oh, that was probably the thing. And this overlooks the obelisk's and nightmare computer. Did Lydia do this? Her tire tracks are up here. Was this a sketch of what the obelisk's revealed? Yeah, probably. Alright, Yuri? Not Yuri. Shinji. What's going to happen to anyone you find guilty in the trials?
Don't like this.
The penalty will be death. The Syndicate takes a grave view on the mass murder of the Council. Know what I think? People masquerade execution as justice. The death penalty is bloodlust, pure and simple. And class oppression. What?
I don't like this.
The people who are generally sentenced to death are of a lower societal class. It helps the elite keep them in their place. Keeps the fear pumping through them. Do you think the death penalty is right? You can't rehabilitate the dead. The idle lands help to rehabilitate you.
Don't test me.
I'm here working for the Syndicate, aren't I? I'm not sure doing anything to get out of exile is the same as rehabilitation. Peace! Yeah, well. Ah, what do we got here? Can justice be born out of chaos? It's the only weapon we have against discord. How far can you go? It depends. Sometimes you must go as far as you can. Can you break the law to achieve justice? We all break the law. The law gets in the way. No one is above it. Sometimes the law gets bent in the quest for truth. Justice comes in many forms. How many does the Syndicate accept? As many as it needs to. Dead Man's Ambition. A floral taste with the aroma of vanilla. Find a comfortable chair. Not too comfortable. Comfort will make you nostalgic. You have nothing to be nostalgic about. There we go. Let's check Yuri's phone.
Sure.
I've got the records. Looks like all the calls made to or by Yuri happened at the celebratory gardens. All the calls from last night are from Yuri to Lydia, all about the same length. These are him directing her to different Syndicate members for pickup. Starlight points out, please review the data between 2350 and 100.
That's weird.
There's a gap. The phone went dark for 10 minutes. Why? Unknown. Yuri was Lydia's handler last night. I should ask her if she had trouble contacting him. This tower... Oh, we've already... Blah, blah, blah. Alright. So that means... we got one person who we haven't talked through all their base info yet. Well, one person who we have access to anyway. And that would be Carmelina. So, we'll go give her a chat and then check on everybody else. Oh, you know, check new info from everybody else. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. Let me in, we're gonna have a chat again.
What do you want, freak?
Exactly the same as last time, to speak with Carmelina.
Still investigating.
Yes, now leave me alone.
Don't test me.
Do we have to go through this every time? Just take me to see Carmelina. Alright.
cannot hide.
Can you think of anyone that would want to strike against the council?
I am the leader.
Asking such a thing is dreadful, investigator. The prime suspect is behind bars and needs to be executed.
This is nonsense.
All of us are loyal members of the syndicate. I can't think of anyone that would commit a crime like this.
That's strange.
You have no reason to suspect anyone in the syndicate at all.
We have achieved perfection.
Why would I? Perfect 25 is coming and we're on the verge of a new
We
era.
have achieved perfection.
The future was bright for the syndicate before last night happened. Architect, what do you know about the crime last night? Only what we were told by the Grand Marshal in the crisis meeting.
Do your job.
Henry broke free and murdered the council. Why would a citizen have enough motive and the ability to kill the council, breaching all of the holy seals?
What?
That's not for me to question. I'm surprised there's any question at
The
all.
investigator is here.
So you believe he did
Do
it?
your job.
Of course, and so should you. You're a disgrace. Finish this quickly and maybe the next council will look favorably on you. I mean, you're pretty upfront about that bit. Jeez. Do you feel you aren't being rewarded for your hard work, Architect?
What?
What do you mean by that?
That's it.
I've heard that there's a suspicion that you feel aggrieved by all your hard work building the islands not being rewarded with a seat on the council.
Craft is its own reward.
I do not require a reward for my craft. Craft is its own reward.
It is cowardly to
Are you
insinuate
trying to build a motive for
I
me?
was born
That's
to
my job.
investigate.
You're going down the wrong path. Titles and power aren't my desires. What can you tell me about your self-imposed isolation 25 years ago?
Do your job.
I have no idea why something I did 25 years ago is any of your concern. What were you doing? You said it was for a project, but no one has ever seen what came of it. What I choose to do is nothing you need to concern yourself with.
Where?
Where were you last night?
Craft is its own reward.
Visiting witness. His role is to oversee the end of an island. The last moments are best enjoyed with an old friend. Do you often visit witness? Not in recent times. Our paths diverged.
Sure.
Did you need an alibi for something,
It
perhaps?
is cowardly to insinuate, investigator.
It is cowardly to insinuate, investigator. I visited him to watch the last flawed island die. What time did you arrive? About 9 p.m. The logs on his apartment should be able to confirm that.
Got it.
I've already checked the logs. They confirm your location.
We have achieved perfection.
As expected.
Investigate.
I'll save you a question as well. I left when Judge summoned us for a crisis meeting sometime after midnight. How was witness last night? Anything
This
strange?
is nonsense.
He wasn't happy I was there. He seemed agitated.
What the hell?
How did this behavior manifest? His mask lets you see more than he thinks it does. Surprise, confusion, worry. Do you think he was involved with the murder? That's not for me to say. I'm just trying to be helpful. Weren't you literally just saying a few minutes ago that you're certain nobody had anything to do with it? She's so two-faced. Did you see Yuri last night?
Believe what you want.
He is my secretary, investigator. It would be strange were I not to see him. Getting aggressive. So that was before you went to witness his apartment? Yes, we concluded our business for the day and he left to deal with the fairy woman from the celebratory gardens. Maybe I should have gotten grumpy at her though. Oh well. What do you know about the Fourth Holy Seal?
Craft is its own reward.
Nothing, investigator. It is not my place to know. If no one knows how to get into the council building, and the next island is already built with a new council building, how will the new council get into it? A good question. If the seals on the next island cannot be breached, we will rebuild the council building. The perfect next island already sounds less than
We have
perfect.
achieved perfection.
Perfection requires adaptability. We will adapt. Uh-huh. Want to tell me what you were doing carving flesh from a god?
How dare you?
How dare you accuse me of a vile crime like that? This is the height of heresy.
Crime is repulsive.
crying grudge said it himself.
This is nonsense.
No such thing happened. I think it did.
How dare you?
Then you will need some evidence. You are accusing the leader of the syndicate of one of the worst crimes imaginable. Temporary leader. Why did you go to Henry's exorcism?
Craft is its own reward.
I have an acute interest in preventing the islands from blah 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 from succumbing to demonic corruption. It is rare to be able to see the effects of a possession firsthand. Tell me about the message you sent to Akiko telling her to leave Grace alone with Henry.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea what message you're talking about, investigator. I have a copy of it here.
Do your job.
I'm sure that is a fabrication. I have no authority over Akiko. I can't order her to do anything, much less break procedure with something so dangerous.
Ooh, the
Then
investigator.
why did she step out of the room and leave them unattended? I have no idea. You'd have to ask the Grand Marshal. Uh-huh. Know anything about demons on the island?
Dare you?
Besides the one that resides within the killer. Nothing has been proven yet. He's still an alleged killer. Quite. The marshals did an exemplary job of wiping the demons out. It was not enough to stop the corruption, though. I've been in your bunker.
Sure.
Why was it coded only to witnesses' blood
I
vial?
have no idea what you're talking
It
about.
embarrasses me to say it, but it was a lover's retreat. I disliked the design as a bunker and dropped my plan for them. It sat unused.
We have achieved perfection.
Spending time there with a witness felt illicit, exciting, but things didn't work out. I haven't been in there in years. So I saw in the logs I pulled from it. So you definitely weren't experimenting on a killer demon in there? Absolutely not. What do you know about KHX's disappearance? It's a mystery. I do hope nothing bad has happened to him. We always enjoyed talking. When did you last see him? A couple of weeks ago. My schedule became hectic as we closed down the island. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night?
Is its own reward.
While I was with Witness, he got a call from Akiko. You should ask him about
Glad
it.
to be back.
Thank you, Architect. Witness said the same thing. Did you see Crimson last
We have
night?
achieved perfection.
I didn't see Miss Acid last night. She was probably in her little den. Go and speak to her. Did you see the doctor last night?
Craft is its own
I
reward.
didn't. At the crisis meeting, he said he was in his clinic. Is there anything else you can tell me about Henry's movements last night?
How dare you?
Surely you've spoken to the Grand Marshal about what he did. Did you see Lydia and Sam last night? You need to speak to Yuri, investigator. He was Lydia's handler last night. Do you know anything about the murder of the martial guards outside the council building? Losing fine marshals to a killer like that is a tragedy. Unfortunately, I don't have any further insight for you, investigator. What do you know about the second Holy Seal? It's one of the big mysteries, isn't it, investigator? You're the architect and you don't know? Security. It's the only bit of an island I don't
We
design.
have achieved perfection.
It is better for the council to design their security and keep the secret to themselves. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago? I'm not sure what help I can be. Henry was possessed and allowed demons onto our precious island. My hard work was destroyed. The dead zone is a reminder of his crime. What do you know about the escape last night? You should speak to the Grand Marshal, investigator. She was there and has a report waiting for you. And do you know anything about the third Holy Seal? It is a secret, investigator, built without my knowledge. I kinda want to hang out with her just to mess with her. Can I ask you something, Architect?
I'm glad to be back.
What's your dog's name? Platinum.
Ah,
When did you get him?
Craft is its own
This
reward.
island, a few years ago. During an abduction operation, a stray followed the marshal's back. I never had you down as a dog person. I thought you'd be more into cats.
Investigate.
I wanted a companion that doesn't talk. Cats are fine, but I see too much of myself in them. Can I pet him? If you must. Who's a good boy? Are you a good boy? Can you help me sniff out the murderer?
Can I help you with anything?
Can I help you with anything else, investigator? I'm busy. You know, I do wonder how much I'm gonna want to go around picking up everybody's relationship bonuses. Hey Lydia, I think we need to chat. But first, I guess maybe let's hang out a little more.
Let's go for a drive, LD.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Your jacket doesn't smell too bad. Well, ain't you a charmer, LD? Ever thought about replacing it? You're out of your mind. You never replace a battle jacket. It becomes part of your life, part of you. It's been millennia. Oh, it's been millennia. And it'll be millennia more. What are you painting at the moment? Abstract stuff. This island has existed for centuries. What does it mean to me? That kind of thing. I'd like to see them. Might learn something more about you. I'll paint something that represents you, LD. What represents me? I'm thinking about it. It must be a hard island to paint. Why? This island is unsettled. You can feel it. Nothing's right. I hear you. This place needs to end. It has needed to for a while. The beach okay again, LD? Perfect. Yeah, I don't know what increasing relationship is gonna do.
Feels bad,
Oh. LD, I have something I think we should discuss. Ah. It's probably nothing,
The
LD.
investigator is here.
Nothing is probably something.
What?
K-Man is missing, right? K-Man?
Come on, LD.
Sorry, KHX. Yeah, he is.
Complicated.
This probably has nothing to do with it, but I liked hanging with K-Man, so I want to tell you. The other day, Yuri started freaking out in the HQ. Totally went off at one of the assistants. How does this relate to KHX? He was looking for his ring. It's a nice ring that he commissioned from KHX.
The investigator is here.
This ring, by any chance? Aha!
I'm messing.
That's the one, LD. That big blue sapphire looks good, right? Not my kind of thing. Too flashy. I forgot. All about the red, huh?
What?
Why did you find it? Sorry, Lydia. Investigator's secret. Why was he yelling at the assistant? Yuri was lashing out. He'd lost the ring and was going berserk about
Come
it.
on, LD.
Do you think this is relevant? I want to help K-Man, you know. I think it is. Thanks, Lydia. Yeah. Helps a little bit. So, we need to talk. Been writing lyrics, Lydia?
Why?
What do you mean, LD? I found these lyrics in a bottle.
Come on, LD.
No way, that's embarrassing. I should have known the tide round this island was drunk. I assume they have some meaning.
Talk, LD.
Never ask a songwriter about the lyrics, LD. If you can't intuit the meaning you weren't meant to know. Uh-huh.
The facts and the truth.
Sorry to
are
ask
not
this,
the
Lydia,
same.
but I need you to tell me about the last job you did. You mean moving us to the next island? No, the regime change in Europe before the Syndicate.
What the hell are you talking about?
Who the hell told you about that? Wait, it was acid, wasn't
Kind
it?
of feels bad.
What does this have to do with the council murder?
Test me.
The murder has all the hallmarks of a regime
You
change.
can prove it, sure.
Oh, give me a break, LD. Me and Sammy were assassins. We did assassin shit. It was the last job we had to do to buy our freedom. That was millennia ago. A different epoch. It has nothing to do with last night. Had to ask. No, you didn't. What can you tell me about Yuri and what he was doing last night? I was talking with him all night. He was my handler for the pickups. Pickups?
Good talk, LD.
You know, LD, the move to the next island. The islands exist in separate pockets of reality, so we can't just hop on a boat trip over there. We have to go through the Paradise Gates, get our transdimensional travel on. Masahiro Heavy Industries built this car to do it. It's the only thing on the island that can go through the gates, and I'm the ferry woman. On the night an island ends, I wait for Syndicate members to report to Yuri that they're done with their duties. Yuri calls me and arranges a pickup. I grab them and take them through the gates to the new island. You were in contact with him all night?
The island feels
Well, there was a time when I couldn't contact him. When we got to the Paradise Gates, I checked in with him to confirm the warm-up sequence started, but I couldn't get through to him.
What the hell?
Any idea why? Isn't unusual.
Huh?
It has happened a couple of times before. The reality folding drive sometimes causes it. Just odd it happened last night of all nights. I checked his phone records at the comms tower. His phone went dark last night.
It's complicated.
Think he was up to something? It's one of the possible truths. He was definitely up to something. Alright.
Why?
Why are your tire tracks on the
The
penthouse?
island feels bad.
LD, that wasn't from last night. When was it then? A couple of weeks ago I went up there to think. The sunset looks so good up there. Sure you weren't up to a little
What the
infiltration?
hell are you talking about?
You really think I was on the roof of the council building trying to break in?
Sure.
Somebody got in. Often go climbing, a new hobby. Never been one for physical pursuits, you know that, LD. So, the rappelling gear I found near tire tracks from your car on the roof of the council building doesn't belong to you? Can't say it does, LD. Sorry I can't be of more help. I found your knife outside the penthouse. What knife? It's a combat knife that's engraved with a message from
I'm
Sam.
glad you're back, LD.
You found my knife. I've been looking for that for ages. It disappeared a while ago. Disappeared?
Come on, LD.
Yeah, I couldn't find it one day. Like it just up and vanished. Uh-huh. Do many things vanish around here? Or is it just your knife that mysteriously vanished and then appeared outside a crime scene?
Come on, LD.
Come on, LD, you never lost something before. Do you know why the blade is
I'm
damaged?
glad you're back, LD.
Not much need for a combat blade on this island, so it just became a tool. Pop the cap off a beer bottle, tighten the axle nut on the car, you know? Can I have it back? It's
I have
sentimental.
a bad feeling about this.
Afraid not, Lydia. This is evidence. Do you know anything about the opened grate on the council building? Grate?
Sure.
A maintenance hatch. It's been cut open and something dragged through it.
Complicated.
I'm not sure why you'd think I'd know anything about that. I've got a scenario in my head that you fit into.
Prove it? Sure.
Does that scenario include proof? That's what we'll find out in the trials. Well, she's not forthright with any info about that stuff, but we've got plenty of other info on her. What are your tire tracks doing up on the cliff overlooking the obelisks? Why do you want to know, LD? They hold the secret to the second holy seal, and I found tire tracks putting you there.
Right on, LD.
LD, I go all over the island. It's a nice view there. So you didn't go there to access the obelisks? Nope. Do you often like to dress up in space helmets? What are you talking about, LD?
Got it.
I found a space helmet that smells of your perfume. A space helmet? Why is that on the island? You need one to get through the second holy seal. Did you use it to go through the seal? I've never seen a space helmet, never mind wore one.
Facts and the truth
Then why does
are
it smell
not
of your
the same.
perfume? No idea, LD. Someone planted his evidence. You said your perfume is a unique blend only you know the recipe for. How could someone else have planted it? Sorry, I can't help you, LD. What's going on with the message Witness sent you with the key for the beach obelisks?
Why?
What message, LD?
Sure.
The Moon database has a backup of your tablet. There's a message from Witness with a file attached that's the key to using the obelisks. Is that what it was? I got a message, and as soon as the mail client opened it, crashed out and the tablet died. The tablet was straight dead after that. Did you take it to get looked at? Nah, LD, it was a few days ago. We all get new tablets on the next island, and my phone still worked, so I could still do my job. And that's your statement? Sure is, LD. I don't know about the file or key or whatever it was. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night?
I'm glad you're back, LD.
Sorry, LD. Didn't see Akiko-chan. Have you asked her about it? Did you see the architect last night?
Come on, LD.
I didn't see her, LD. I was waiting for the call to pick her up. I heard she was at Witness's apartment, if that helps. Did you see the Crimson last night?
What?
Have you asked her yourself, LD? I didn't see her last night. Did you see the doctor last night? DJ said he was in his clinic all night. Have you asked him? Is there anything else you can tell me about Henry's movements last night?
Why?
For real, LD, you need to speak to Akiko. Did you see Witness to the End last night? He's usually in his apartment. I heard Carm went to see him, though. What do you know about the Fourth Holy Seal? I don't know, LD. The Holy Seals are kept secrets. What do you know about the murder of Grace Bloodlines? Not a thing, LD. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? Can't help you, LD. It's all a secret. Know anything about demons on the island? Not a thing, LD. Didn't the marshals kill them all during the Henry incident? Alright. May your spectre gaze upon a star, and may you reach the moon. So yeah, either somebody stole her knife and just so happened to use the spot directly next to where she had been on the roof to rappel down, or there's something she's not telling us. Or both. I mean, it could very well be both. Anywho, I think that's not enough for today's episode. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to come back next time, and we're going to go ahead and continue investigating. Probably going to go talk to everyone we've talked to already next, now that we've got more info. And, yeah. If you liked, like, blah blah, you know, all that YouTube jazz. And follow and whatever. You don't need me to tell you. Alright. Well, I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.